Thank y'all so very much. I'm going to keep this really short because I realize we're all worn out and everybody's done so very, very much. But I do want to recognize a few folks. First off, thank you, Henderson County Republicans. Republicans, and I know we picked up some folks from the other side as well. We've been hearing that, and we've run a tremendously upbeat and positive campaign, and I really do appreciate it. Like Chris, we also got a lot of negative coming our way real early on, and I think that has a lot to do with leadership. I actually spoke to my opponent when I ran to him at one of the pancake breakfasts, and I told him that if he ever had any issues with how we conducted business, if anything ever seemed not right, to please let us know, and he assured me that he would. And I asked if he would return the same favor to me, and he said, well, you know, I can't always control those folks. They've got some really strong feelings. So I think that says a lot about leadership, but it says a lot about how everybody ran things on this side. I couldn't be happier or more pleased with a group of people. My thanks particularly to Cam Boyd and the Boyd family for letting us have this wonderful community. Cam had to run out a little earlier, but Cam's learned the old adage that if you give them an inch, they take a mile. He actually let us have this place for our primary victory. He volunteered it, gave it to us. We used it very well, but we're kind of like the neighbor you loan your pool to for a day, and they keep coming back, and the family keeps getting bigger. So, but I do believe if TC's around, I believe sales are still on, right? We can close the deals. All right. It's kind of an unwritten agreement, but we promised them 5 cars to be sold out of this place. Y'all keep me from looking bad, please. I want to recognize our band. This is kind of our house band, if you will. We've kind of adopted them in the McDonald campaign. Lloyd DeBar, and they either go by the Lloyds if they're doing cover tunes, or 3,000 Souls if they're doing worship music. They do both, and they do it very, very well. They do it from their heart, and they're just fantastic guys, and we really appreciate them all being here today. They love what they do, and I love doing it. A couple of things, again, I won't drag it out, I promise, but there are some people I really do need to recognize who have really stepped up and beyond and above anything I could have ever expected. We all know that in any business or organization that's successful, a lot of times you just have a small percentage of folks that do all of the work, and they do it all the time, and you just can't seem to overwhelm them, although I'm sure they would tell you that I tried. And I would like y'all to come up here whether you want to or not, damn it. And yeah, Glow, I see you over here, Muddy. Retired Major Glow Knock, who has been with Henderson County through thick and thin, and certainly been there for me. And you have to stand up here too. Yes, ma'am.
I'll announce that I'm the undeserving, sweet deal, retired major. Right here, baby.
There you go.
There you go. I don't want to stand here.
I don't care. Carrie Larned, my administrative assistant, the keeper of the gate, the one who keeps me where I'm supposed to be. Come on up here, Carrie. I'm not saying Carrie wields a lot of power, but she gets things done from people that I can't get things out of sometimes. She just has a way of kind of, in fact, her husband, who I'm going to bring him, I'll bring him up here now. Y'all have already met Scott Larned, the antithesis of professional political organizers and managers, and here he is anyway. He showed up at our house, and somehow he found himself volunteering to lead my campaign. Yeah. Everybody you see is ranked and raw amateurs, and I appreciate every one of them. I'm hiding back in here in the back is Major Jerry Rice. Come on up here, Jerry. Yeah. Jerry, I'm grateful. I don't have flowers for you, Jerry, but I love you. Jerry and I had many, many years together, and many years together. He's probably approaching 30 at this point in time. And been there through thick and thin, and I appreciate it so much. Lieutenant Jason Brown. Yes, sir. If there's anybody who knows or appreciates politics, it's probably Jason. And he's been our go-to guy. He's the guy on the numbers. He's the one that understands when people talk about numbers and percentages and precincts, et cetera, et cetera. And Jason, I appreciate you so very much. And I would like to mention also Joan Jones. Joan, if you would come, I know you can't. They all did it. You don't come up here. Joan kind of ran a campaign substation out of her place of business in Etowah, where she handed out she proselytized shamelessly for our campaign and for my candidacy, and I appreciate it so very much, and brought a wealth of experience from somewhere south of the Georgia border, I think, was involved a lot in Florida politics, and she brought a tremendous understanding for us. And last and not least, Jason, if you will grab this for me, I would like to recognize my wife, my best friend, my biggest friend. By the people that are around me day in and day out. There's a lot more of you here as I look around, and folks that work for us and have worked for us through the campaign. But Jenny is the reason I'm here, honestly, and I remind her from time to time when I was first asked to consider coming back, and I said absolutely, hell no. She's the one that told me I needed to think about it and pray about it. And I reminded her that many times during the last 9 months when we were both struggling with suicidal depression. Overall, it's been great. Anyway, these folks, if you would just give them a big hand and I'll let them sit down. They left it all out in the field. They really did, and I'm so enjoying it. The men and women of the Henderson County Sheriff's Office, because of what they do day in and day out, because of the level of service that they render, and it's something that's in them when they come to take the job. It's not just that it magically happened since I got here, I promise that. They've always been dedicated and loyal folks, but the degree of professionalism and the zeal that most of them have come forward and embraced the vision that we have to offer better professionalism, to offer better services, and to be more community-oriented has just been really overwhelming, and they're the reason we're successful. When I talk to people outside in the real world, people are always quick to come up and tell me what they like or what they don't like about the sheriff's office. And the vast majority of the time, what I hear is compliments about what a good job somebody did or how above and beyond the call of duty they did in doing their job. So again, when you see these folks out here, they do it because they love it, but they really appreciate your thoughts and prayers, and give them a pat on the back and just let them know you're going to do it. I just found that helps. Thank you very much. I am going to go ahead and wrap up. What I'm going to tell you that we truly, this agency believes in this community. I believe the community believes in the sheriff's office. You've heard me say a number of times, if you've heard me speak anywhere, that I know and understand that as a sheriff, I have a tremendous amount of responsibility for this county, for everybody in it, for the peace, for the welfare, for the security, and for the direction in a lot of ways. And I truly want you to know that I do pray daily. People said I wear my faith on my sleeve. It's who I am, and it's who a lot of the people who work for you are. We truly believe that we've got a good direction, and that the same Constitution that gives us the authority to do what we do gives you, the people, the power to support what we do. I get my authority from the Constitution. I get my power from you folks that we serve and protect. As long as we believe in and uphold the rule of law, we've got a lot to accomplish here in this community. You've heard it said and distorted somewhat that I really do believe that in the next 4 years, one of our big directions is going to be in working with the community at a lot of levels, but specifically in community preparedness projects, and just helping people to go back to the roots and the traditional values that made us who we are, that keep people wanting to move into this area. And it is that sense of family, that sense of traditional purpose, that sense of neighbor helping neighbor, and being there for law enforcement and emergency services and vice versa. I'm going to be looking for the resource that we have lying probably dormant at this time here in the community. We've got a tremendous wealth of retired folks and folks from other areas that are just waiting for the opportunity to step up and be involved. And we're looking for the opportunity to partner with them in doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and close things out, make sure we recognize everybody else is here. Lloyd's going to close with with my wife's favorite gospel song, and we're going to let you guys mingle, and we're going to get out of here. And again, thank you. Senator, do you have anything to say, Tom? We'd love to hear from you.
No, just thank you. You turned into a true politician, Charles.
Senator coming from anybody but you, that would be a compliment. Thank you, sir. Thank you all, and God bless.